So this is how the build is working. I've got quite a lot going on and it's literally based around getting volatile rounds on your sword and providing a constant sort of debuff for your teams. I'm running Armamentarium and I've got 2 vortex grenades. The aspects that I'm running controlled demolition, so hitting a target with avoidability or volatile explosion is going to make them volatile. Further damage to volatile targets cause them to explode, so that's always pretty useful. Really good for anything with void burn, really good for rad clearing, works really nice with the sword. I'm running Bastion, so I can constantly keep my overshield. Casting your barricade grants overshield to yourself and nearby allies, empowers it, enabling you to slowly regenerate the overshield of allies bunkering behind it, extend the overshield duration. I'm obviously running vortex grenade as I touched on, and because I'm running Armamentarium even, I'm getting 2 of these so I can provide a constant debuff. The shield bash or shield throw is anything you want, whichever one you want. I always run the towering, usually to block an area off. The fragments I'm running is Echo of Instability, because as I've said, it's a volatile rounds part of the build. So defeating targets with my grenades, which I'm always going to do with a vortex grenade, they're really strong. Grants volatile rounds to my void weapons, aka the sword and whatever other void weapons you've got. I've got Hollow Denial going on there. We've got quite a few this season. It's got a Repulsor Brace on there. You've got the Unforgiving SMG with you can also roll that with Repulsor Brace also. So Repulsor Brace is a good choice for that one. So void grenades weaken targets also, so that's applying a debuff. I've also got Echo of Remnants. Your lingering effects from grenades, vortex grenade, void wall, they all last a little bit longer, so I'm going to get that extra damage on the vortex grenade. The mods I'm running Font of Might. So just to start off with, I'm just going to go how I'm creating the wells. I'm creating the wells with elemental ordnance to create lots of elemental wells with grenade kills. I'm also running Reaping Wellmaker whenever I cast my class ability, my barricade. I'm going to get a void elemental well as long as I get a kill with any weapon as soon as I cast that barricade down. So I've got 2 ways of getting elemental wells. I'm also running elemental charge, so picking them elemental wells up is going to make me charge with light. I'm also running Lucian Blade with it being a sword build, so that gives you a 35% damage buff. It'll consume one of your charges of light, but you can get charge with light pretty much all the time, so 35% damage buff. And I'm also running Font of Might. Not only do I get charge with light when I pick up one of them void elemental wells, it's also going to give me another 25% weapon damage to the void weapons that I've got, because I'm running a void subclass. So altogether you get a 25% Font of Might and a 35% buff from Lucian Blade. And on top of that, I'm going to be debuffing everything with the sword, killing loads of ads, and I've got volatile rounds on there pretty much all the time. I'm going to show you some more clips now of everything working together. So this is how it's working. I'm putting my class ability down, my barricade, getting a kill. That's the Reaping Wellmaker, spawning the elemental well. I've also applied volatile rounds to myself now with the grenade kill. I've debuffed the enemy and I've just applied a huge burst of volatile rounds along with a debuff from the sword, which obviously this is just a normal lost sector, but I'm going to show you some more clips. The clips that you saw earlier on was all 1590 stuff. It was 1519 master duality, but applying a debuff there, getting volatile rounds, and honest to God, it is absolutely stupid the amount of explosions, void explosions you can create with this sword. And not only that, you're getting a 15% debuff for your team and a 25% damage buff to yourself, plus your Lucian Blade. Absolutely fantastic. There's another 30% damage buff, so there you go. Volatile rounds in, and this is the type of stuff you can do against any sort of enemies really. I mean, it's obviously slows down a little bit against champs, but I've got some more clips of it working pretty nicely against champs. But a Void Titan, volatile build, that's a support as well. You can debuff your team constantly, 2 Armamentariums plus your sword. You're absolutely laughing. And I've just brought this clip back from the beginning of the video. Now you know a little bit more what's going on, hopefully. So I'm going to stick my vortex grenade there, apply the 15%, go straight in. My sword is already buffed, 26k, is not too shabby at all. And I can just keep applying that debuff for my teammates and myself. Like I said, I'm doing damage myself versus something like, Well, like one of my friends said on the video straight away when I showed him the clip for a bit of feedback, and he basically said you could just use Lament. I get it, like Lament is good, but with Lament you're not debuffing for your team or yourself, so Lament is a solid choice obviously. And then he said, well, if you're debuffing, why don't you use Tractor Cannon? And Tractor Cannon is basically another argument, because with Tractor Cannon you're just applying a debuff, but you can't really do any damage yourself. With this sword you can do both, you can debuff and do damage like so. So it's pretty decent. I've really enjoyed it this last couple of weeks since I've got it. I found some different ways of doing it. I've done a couple of builds, one for each character. I've done a Hunter, I've done a Warlock one, and I've done a Titan one, and this is one of my favourite ones just because of the volatile rounds, and I'm enjoying the sort of void plate on the Titan quite a lot with the volatile rounds on it. In a moment you're going to see some clips of the volatile rounds going, and what you got to bear in mind with the volatile rounds, this sword fires multiple projectiles at a time, and them void sort of volatile rounds they're applying to all the blasts from the sword, all the projectiles like so. You'll see there, I mean look at that, it's just cleared like all them enemies with one sort of swipe, and you just see the volatile explosions going off everywhere. Really decent for champs. It's absolutely destroying stuff in Wellspring, Master Wellspring 1590s, absolutely destroying them. Then you've got your volatile rounds like I said to go back on. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the vid, I hope you enjoyed the build. If you enjoyed it, let me know. Anything we think we can do a little better, again let me know in the feedback. If you enjoyed the vid, give it a thumbs up, consider giving us a subscribe. Have a great night.